Hello. What is up, guys? Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Today, a very good and beautiful afternoon here from not so sunny Amsterdam. Hope everybody's doing fantastic and has had a great night worth of sleep. We're here back together, Rutger and myself. Really glad to be on with you all. Hope everybody can hear me loud and clear. If so, just let me know in the chat where you are tuning in from. If the background music is okay, if the microphone is okay, and then we will be able to dive into the charts. So let me know how everybody's doing. We are doing fantastic, Louis. Thank you for tuning up. As always, I have a little eye infection, so sometimes I just have to close my eyes just so you guys know. So Rutger is going to be talking a little bit more today. But yeah, how are you doing, Rutger?
Yeah, doing well. As some of you might know, our Euro GBP positions hit P this morning. We were in from last Thursday, and then we scaled in, I think, yesterday. So yeah, just great trade, great payouts again. So last week we did 11k of payouts after profit split. I think we're on 10.5k. And we have one funded account left, so this means we still have a funding pips account, which is like 1.5k in profit. So we're still gonna trade that for the rest of the week. So yeah, if we get that to like 4 or 5k, this could end up being 14k payout week. So yeah, just great stuff across the board. I think the music is a bit loud. So we're still gonna trade that for the rest of the week. So yeah, if we get that to like 4 or 5.
Yeah, the background music should be better now, guys. Use coconut water for the eye infection. Okay, thanks. I'll try that out. How does that work? You just pour coconut water into your eye, or?
Oh, from Alaska. Is the Alaska result already there, Robert? The one in Alaska, probably true.
Yeah, Robert, I hope you are doing well and staying safe all the way out there. Yeah, I might go to the hospital tomorrow. Let's see. I'll give it some time. It's feeling a little bit better than yesterday, but it's like this burning feeling, like internally inside your eye. I don't know what it is. And when you like look into the light, it starts hurting. So I think it's kind of like a friend of mine said it might be like an eye migraine or something. Apparently that also exists. Not very sure what that is. Oh yeah, the echo should be gone out. So yeah, Trump is pump. That's pretty correct. As we can see, the dollar has been pumping pretty hard so far today and since last night. If we just have a closer look at the dollar index itself, we can very clearly see that the dollar had a nice jump even here, a nice gap up. The echoing should be gone, guys. Let me know if there is still an echo or not. But the echo should be gone. So yeah, looking here at the dollar, we can obviously see a gap which turned out at around 12 our time. So that has to do with obviously the exit polls coming out with Trump ahead. So this caused a major pump in the dollar itself. So yeah, a lot of bullish momentum here on the dollar pair so far, made a nice pullback, and now it's continuing up higher. Definitely looking at some further upside on the dollar itself. Definitely looking to target just this trend line over the upcoming weeks/months. We might see some earlier pullback. Obviously, we have now come into, let's say, this weekly imbalance candle over here, which could cause some form or somewhat of a reaction, but I don't think it's going to be too heavy personally, as we still have quite some equal highs here to the left, which I would like to see get taken out on the dollar. Going into some of the most interesting pairs for today, because if we obviously look at like a Euro USD has already made its move, right? We can see it's just pushing down lower and lower, and I would not be surprised if we start pushing towards 1.04 very soon, here in line with what is a weekly trend, right? So we've seen a push down, and then actually since for around a year now, we've been kind of stuck in consolidation on the weekly time frame, just moving sideways, ascending correctively, and now looking for a further downside continuation towards 1.04. Looking here at the daily looks like a rocket that just wants to head down. Obviously, it's a little bit late to get into any trades, but I'm still interested in getting involved with some dollar pairs. So I was looking at a potential dollar CAD long here on the charts. So what I'm looking at here, and I'll just start from the 4 hour. So what we can see here from the 4 hour is very clear upside momentum, right? So we have like a higher high, 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 and we're forming all of these higher lows. So a lot of people getting in on new longs continuously. So what we always like seeing is just very obvious trendline liquidity getting grabbed. So here you can kind of see this trendline break. A lot of people looking for those shorts in towards the downside. A lot of stop losses underneath those trendline taps. So obviously this low has been taken out, this low has been taken out, and all of these little lows here have also been taken out. Then a strong V-shaped reversal in towards the highs, causing a 4 hour change of character, taking out this area of 4 hour supply where you saw this minor reaction to, and now obviously shift back in towards what is now demand. And we're now looking for some continuation plays from dollar CAD. So I think dollar CAD could be a very interesting long opportunity. Some nice consolidation here on the 1 hour time frame. Also here on the 1 hour you can see a change of character. So let's just draw that out over here. So the change of character, very simply said, it's just a push down, a pullback, a push down, and then a push up. Retracement in towards 1 hour demand, and now looking to continue this long in towards what is a weekly swing high over here at around 1.40. So looking for that on dollar CAD, guys. Let me know what you are looking for and what your thoughts are, and if you agree with the analysis on dollar CAD. Furthermore, some Euro USD questions. What about Euro USD? Can we do a long? I'm in a long position. With all respect, it doesn't really make any sense at all to long Euro USD at the moment from a fundamental perspective. No. Also not from a technical perspective. There is 0.0 bullish confirmation for anything long on Euro USD. Euro Swiss shorts, Rutger. What are we thinking of Euro Swiss shorts?
Euro Swiss, is pumping again to the downside. I would wait for the pullback into the 1 hour supply and formed in London. It's around the monthly open level again, so that might be like an area of resistance.
I guess we have that indeed. What you can very clearly see is, I guess, this high over here and this low over here. Then what happened is that we have seen a pullback in towards the highs, in towards this area of consolidation, and now again a break of structure in towards the downside. We saw another pullback in towards the highs, and now we're continuing down lower again. Were you looking at the 1 hour or?
Yeah, so there's this 1 hour supply still open.
Very nice. Yeah, Euro Swiss was a beautiful short, guys. Clear 1 hour area of supply over here with clear descending highs, which are acting as liquidity. We take out those liquidity highs and then we push in towards supply, and then from there we sell off. Let's see, was there a nice 15-minute entry possibility? Not really a valid shot.
It might come back.
Yeah, who knows, it might come back. I think the ideal entry would be to see it come back one more time, maybe take out this high over here and then use that as liquidity to then feel like the real move down. But obviously it could already go as it has quite some momentum. And with Euro USD being so bearish, that could lead the way for further Euro weakness, as Euro USD is one of the main indicators that the Euro is going to be moving weaker. BTC is at an all-time high, just expecting it to pump over the coming 2 months. No need for any technical analysis on that. It's just dollar cost average. And look at well-valued coins. Which one?
NZD Swiss.
NZD Swiss. Let's have a look at NZD Swiss. NZD Swiss has been retracing up higher. Let's see.
It's come back in a really nice supply zone.
Yeah. NZD Swiss indeed. A lot of equal highs have been forming. I guess we're looking pretty much at this one, right?
yeah, liquidation zone.
Yeah, nice liquidation zone.
Premium
So
price.
Rutger was talking about a liquidation zone, guys. For everybody who wants to know what that is, a liquidation zone is just a zone that forms after grabbing liquidity real quick and then causing a nice V-shaped reversal in towards the downside. So what you're actually looking for is something like this instead of looking for something like this. So it's always going to be stronger to short from a supply zone that forms through liquidation, like over here, instead of just selling on supply zones that are in the overall trend. So that's very important to note down, that those kind of supply zones will always be stronger. So just to give you an example, if we look here on NZD Swiss, let's say this area of supply over here can be considered strong. And why is that a strong area of supply? Because it took out this high before causing the real push in towards the downside. And then you see that is a strong area of supply. Can we look at GJ? Can we look at silver? Yeah, sure. So GJ looking bullish. Yes, we had a daily fractal break in towards the downside. So we had a daily change of character over here. So in theory, you're shifting from bullish into bearish. However, what I am taking into consideration is the fact that we did not, like we've been inside of this area of supply over here, which you've now broken. So supply got broken. And if you look at the weekly time frame, the weekly made a beautiful pullback actually in towards weekly imbalance over here. So these two weekly imbalance candles and overall the weekly is just simply bullish. So I'm definitely looking for further upside. Yes, we could see maybe some short-term downside, but looking at GJ, I'm more interested in longs. The 4-hour has also flipped again. And remember, if you do watch our videos, you know that this is a fake area of supply. So you see the initial sellers trying to get in, definitely on this bearish pattern, which you had over here. Probably stop loss above the highs. And then what you see happening is that they get screwed. So you always want to see liquidity. So after this reaction over here, that is when you then want to see a bearish change of character, but then you can see bullish momentum stays and we just push up higher. And now what has happened again, a 4-hour bullish change of character. So bullish again, this is now your protected low, this is the high. So yeah, definitely still looking for further upside from GJ, going towards the 1-hour time frame and then identify setups in here. So this is your sell before the buy, sell before the buy, sell before the potential next buy. So that is what we're looking for on that side of things. Anything else from your side, Rutger?
No, yeah, so we had the Euro GBP position. I don't know if I already showed it, but yeah, just really nice short based on fundamentals. Euro Yen, we got stopped out really dirty and now it's pushing. So yeah, I managed the position yesterday and then it gave one more swipe before the actual position ended up going in our favor, so too bad. But
yeah, just I think to show as well this Euro GBP position, because obviously we have quite some proof of the sales that we've been taking, and we have a big payout coming thanks to this Euro GBP position. As you can see here on this account, 4K payout. And here 3.7k.
No, the total is 6.4.
Oh yeah, sorry. So the 6.4 indeed profit on this account, and on this account it's 4.4, mainly thanks to Euro GBP.
Yeah, and the Euro Yen, you can see, guys, they didn't play out, but if you look at the chart of Euro Yen, it's really sad. But yeah, normally we don't manage positions, or I don't, and this ended up not going well because at this high. I managed it after the 1-hour fractal break.
Yeah,
so you can show it.
Here.
So that was the last swipe of the actual move, and now it's pumping. So the 10k payouts could have been 20, but well, we accept and we move on. Just to show, yeah, to keep it real as well.
Yeah, now Euro GBP, guys, was also a clear short example here.
Overall trend bearish.
Overall trend definitely in towards the downside. If we just look at this from a very clear perspective, you can see swing high, push down, swing low. Swing high, push down, swing low. Swing high, push down, swing low. Pull back in towards the highs. Grab liquidity above this high. Yeah. Let me just delete the chart for you guys. So what it did was that it grabbed liquidity above this high over here. So what happened, and I think we discussed this actually even on Friday on the live stream. What happened here is that on Thursday we grabbed liquidity above this overall swing high. So this overall 2 days of pumping in towards the upside was just purely based on one news announcement about budgets in the United Kingdom. So what we saw was that across the entire board, pound was a lot stronger than euro. So we were actually the entire time just interested in a potential short. What we then saw was that here on the 4 hour time frame, we got kind of like this fake pump in towards the highs. We saw this way too clear trend line over here. So we understand that pretty much every trendline trader who trades with trend lines and trades, for example, support and resistance, like this key level that you had over here, right? This is a key level of support and resistance, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support. So we saw, okay, this is just a liquidity grab up. Here we have a fresh 4 hour area of supply. We use this as the liquidity high. Then you go in towards the 1 hour time frame or even the 15-minute time frame. And what you then saw on the 15-minute time frame was, if we just zoom in, on the 15-minute time frame, we had a bearish change of character. So here we had change of character high, change of character low on this low over here. And then at that point in time, we are happy to look for the sells. And then with the stops pretty much just above that 4 hour area of supply, and then targeting obviously always a good risk to reward below the 4 hour low over here.
Boom.
And as you can see,
also the skill in.
It was quite the hold.
No, it's fine.
Like this, and then we had another skill in from this area of supply over here. So then again, what do you see happening? You see a trend shift, high break, low break, we form supply over here. Yep. And then again, you could get in on that supply zone with your stops again above the supply zone, targeting another 1 to 3 risk to reward. So yeah, overall we milked a lot on Euro GBP. Was the main pair that we've been trading for the past few days. Obviously be taking a little bit slower with dollar pairs as we wanted to limit our risk with the elections.
Yeah, this was like a good pick with the volatility because there's a non-USD pair, so the fundamental buys would play out. Yeah,
and then the same indeed went for Euro Yen. Just sadly, Euro Yen was a lot choppier.
It was really choppy, and then before the election night, I was like, okay, if we get like a clear shift down, let's manage it so we could possibly risk, limit the risk for you guys. Yeah, but then one more swipe, it went down. So.
Yeah, guys, in the meantime, make sure to leave a like on the stream as always. It's always much appreciated. We're in here with around 250 people. So yeah, again, a like is always appreciated. Let's have a look at silver. Euro Swiss, we already discussed. Euro Swiss has potential for shorts.
Yeah, silver still needs to develop. Not interesting for now.
Yeah. I would say indeed there is potential for further upside from silver. Let's just clean up the chart a bit. So very simply said again, we just look, okay, what is the market structure doing? Break of structure here, break of structure here. So overall it is bullish. We have this as the overall area of demand. So price comes in towards its demand zone. It looks like it has a refined area of demand over here. Let's see, has this area of refined demand over here, but there is no liquidity in the overall push up. Therefore, it makes sense to potentially just grab this low as liquidity. And then maybe if we see a 4 hour change of character or a daily change of character, that could indicate some more buying pressure. But for now, not interesting. Overall order flow is in towards the downside. Supply is currently here in control on the 4 hour time frame. So you can see the push in towards the downside, a retest of this order block, and then it just continues down lower. So it definitely needs a lot more development. GPNZD. GPNZD, yeah, GPNZD has potential as well for further upside. Here on the 4 hour time frame, it grabbed a lot of liquidity. We can very clearly see that we had quite the equal lows over here. So looking at that, we just swiped this low over here. And what I'm now looking at is, okay, for now it does seem that supply is in control. Let's see, maybe one more push down. again after the next 4 hour, and then we see something like a 4 hour change of character again, and then we look for those further longs in towards the highs. I think that would be a little bit more interesting, maybe tomorrow or the day after on GPNCD. What do you think?
Yeah, looks good, man. So maybe one more swipe. It could go from here, but let's wait for like the order flow switch as well.
Yeah.
On the 1 hour, I think, yeah, we can still drop before the signal reversal. Also, we have the pound interest rates coming up, so I'd rather not get in a position before the news hits.
Yeah, I agree. So let's wait with GPNCD. GPAUD as well. I see some questions about that pair. GPAUD looks a little bit more ready. What we did there very beautifully was swipe both lows actually now. So we had indeed very beautiful equal lows over here. Swiped them. So now what I would be looking at is definitely some form of a change of character soon. I still think it has maybe some room to push down a little bit lower. But let's follow the 14 minutes.
40 minutes?
The 4 hour, excuse me. Let's follow the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we still have a lot of equal lows over here, for example. Maybe grab those first and then see a trend shift from there happen to then look for some potential longs on GA. GP Swiss is, I think, nothing. Yeah, GP Swiss I don't like. GP Swiss is this. Like, compare GP Swiss, guys. Compare this to like a Euro NZD, where you have like a clear trending market. This is like a clear trending market. This is just a clear consolidative market. So it's not even worth looking at, in my opinion.
True.
Good morning. Will you look at gold? Yeah, we'll look at gold. Maybe
NZD JPY, respecting the month zone.
Yeah. Let's have a look at that in a sec. Yeah, for now, gold is respecting the order block, which I mentioned this morning. We can very clearly see that we have a supply zone over here that is currently in control. So you can see we tap into the supply zone, and then from there we just sell off back in towards the downside. Looking here at the daily time frame, we can clearly see that we still have kind of like this lower order block over here, which I would like to see gold push into. So let's see gold push into there, and then maybe some longs once again. For now, looking at the 4 hour time frame, you can just clearly see that supply is in control. So let's just follow that. This is now the next area of 4 hour supply to follow. So let's just follow that further in towards that daily zone, which is pretty much from this high in towards this low over here. And then once we come into that kind of zone, then inside here, I'll be looking for some slowdown, 4 hour trend shift, and then we could potentially look for a long once again.
See you, Lewis. Speak soon. So my name in Dutch, it's pronounced Rutger. Rutger. It's hard to say in English. Rutger. You can say Rutger. That's fine. But in Dutch it's different. Rutger. Missed my entry for myself by a few points. Too bad. When's GBP news? GBP news is tomorrow afternoon. It's I think 12 Amsterdam time. Interest rates, so will probably cause a big move. Rutger Ouwe. Yeah, it's a saying. Yeah, at 1 Amsterdam time. Jimmy. They can never say that. NZD USD. We can check it. Maybe NZD JPY. AUD NZD longs, yeah, possibly. Need to check what the fundamental score is.
Yeah, NZD USD was interesting for a sell. We came back in towards this 4 hour area of supply. So these 2 wicks over here, if you go in towards the 1 hour, it will be a little bit more clear. On the 1 hour time frame, you can clearly see a buy before a sell off. We come in towards then we sell off. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, again, a clear change of character in towards the downside. Maybe one more retest of this zone before looking for a short. Preferably, we would though see these 2 highs get taken out, pushing towards this higher area of supply and sell off from there. This would be the optimal entry, but yeah, you could already look for change of characters upon entering this area of supply over here, but it's just lower probability than this higher zone. But if you do want to look for a short, yes, you could already look for a short from this zone. What's your opinion on the dollar index? Bullish? funded
Bonjour.
accounts and real personal account. I don't understand what you're trying to say. And now beginning to doubt the pronunciation.
Zirkzee. Zirkzee.
In the meantime, NZD JPY. Yeah, NZD JPY looking at a potential long we are. Overall, though, it is a pretty choppy pair, but it has broken out of its area of consolidation over here. So what we can now see is that we have made a connection actually with this sell for the buy over here. So now we've made that connection, go into the 15-minute time frame, and what you can see on the 15-minute time frame is that internal liquidity has been swept over here, push in towards that 4-hour zone. So now let's see some order flow be created to look if we can get in on any longs. AUD USD is very similar to NZD USD, where we actually have literally the exact same price action. We have a supply zone over here that for now is in control. We see a nice liquidity sweep of this high. So initial sellers getting in, they get stopped out, and then it shifts in towards the downside. This supply zone over here is now control. Check that supply zone out for a potential short.
We're in the trade.
So yeah, that's what we're looking at.
Not yet, right?
No.
You're lying, Jimmy.
No, Jimmy. I don't know what you mean. For the rest, yeah, guys, make sure to join Discord if you're not in yet. How many likes do we have on today's stream? 108. Guys, we have 226 people watching. If we could get that to at least 150, it would be highly appreciated. US oil. So US oil is consolidating at the moment. Little pullback now this morning. It is looking interesting still for further upside. Let's see. From a technical analysis perspective, the daily has flipped bullish. Looking here at the 4-hour time frame, not really seeing anything too clear, to be very honest. Not liking really what I'm seeing. We had kind of like this demand zone which was in control. We had some internal liquidity underneath these lows over here, which we swiped while we saw the bullish reaction, but I would wait for a 4-hour change of character before looking for any potential longs. Swiss yen. So yeah, Swiss yen is still bullish from a fundamental perspective, but also from a technical perspective. Demand is in control for now. So go and look at this order block, then go into the 4-hour time frame, and on the 4-hour time frame you can pretty much see that I would prefer to be waiting. At the moment I don't really see anything too clear. It's just consolidating. I do not like when the market is doing this. I need to see it trending, so I prefer to get in a market that is doing this and not into a market that is doing this. Therefore, staying out of Swiss yen, but I would still be more interested in further upside from this pair. But I need to see some momentum come back in, and I need a direction to be chosen. USD Swiss, yeah, USD Swiss. I mean, a lot of people are looking for a short, or were looking for a short before the election. To be honest, I was as well. I think we both found USD Swiss to be a pretty interesting short. We came in towards an area of supply over here, but then again, this is why you don't trade news.
Dollar strength
because yeah, the news can just decide whatever it wants, right? So here you broke the fractal low, but yeah, I mean, I was looking at pretty much this high and this low. We needed to still break this and create order flow. We never did, so it's just more consolidating before the news, and then yeah, just pushed up. So still looking at some further upside from USD Swiss for sure. Looking here at the weekly. Yeah, weekly still has some room to go. Weekly could push as high as all the way up here, to be honest, with this as your target. But let's see. We need to hear a little bit more about what is going to be happening in the US, what policies are going to be introduced, what are the plans going to be before we can make any real longer term decisions on the dollar. What's your thoughts on silver bullets? To be honest, don't waste your time on any theory from silver bullet or whatever. Just use the basics, which are market structure, supply and demand, and liquidity. You don't need to overcomplicate. No need to overcomplicate. Yeah, USD CAD is looking good, guys, to fly. I'm looking at a next push in towards the highs still from USD CAD. The 4 hour is looking good. The daily is looking good as well.
Yeah, the target as well. Yeah, curious.
Let's see if USD CAD is going to fly. I think USD CAD is going to be the next one to move. GP USD. Which alert goes off? That's the fire alarm. GP USD looking still at sells. I mean, from a technical perspective, these, like a pair like GP USD is nothing. Like NZD USD, AUD USD, these are interesting pairs from a technical analysis perspective, but GP USD is nothing in my opinion. Like it's just consolidating, but it looks more bearish than bullish, because obviously if you look at the daily time frame, you can see that the overall momentum is still in towards the downside, and then paired with dollar bullishness, it makes sense to sell off. Euro AUD. Euro AUD I think hit demand. Looking at this demand zone over here, though I know that Euro is not very strong at the moment. BTC is bullish just by there's no technical analysis needed for that. Like fundamentally, Bitcoin is good to go long. Now looking here at Euro Aussie, I think some slowdown is in place. I'm currently looking at this demand zone over here, which we just actually entered. So we had a nice liquidity lows over here. So let's see if we can get a nice retracement from Euro AUD very, very soon. I think you could keep an eye on that for now to look for a potential long. So yeah, those are the pairs that we are currently watching, guys. So I think that is pretty much it. We're going to take it nice and easy, get back into our own routines. Those were the major updates. For the rest, not too much to say. USD CAD is looking good for a further upside push. NZD USD and AUD USD are looking good for further downside pushes. So keep your eyes on those pairs for now. And yeah, we'll speak inside Discord. If you're not there yet, make sure to join. Link is in the description down below. And I hope to see you there. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.